Do you have any insight or tips to maybe help people that want to get to this level, that don't have a band or don't have an outlet, that you've seen with some of maybe your other artists?
Well, most of our artists are either those freakishly awesome kind of players who just, the guys I'm talking about,
Of
where they just
course.
get noticed because they're so good, it's ridiculous. Now, of course, they're doing things along the way, and I like playing music, playing in bands, doing what they can, and then, I have to say that if I'm sitting around trying to think of an artist that doesn't have, maybe they're not an online guy, they're not a band guy, they're not even studio guy. What else is there? What are you going to do? How are people going to see you? We've got to be able to give the public something to go off of. I mean, you can't just be your average drummer at home. Like you said before, you can't just be at home and say, I'm great, give me something, or hook me up, give me an endorsement. You can't do that. It doesn't work for us. Like you said, it's a business. We're here to sell cymbals. At the end of the day, we got to put numbers up on the board. And we have to do that with the most effective tools possible. So I'm kind of scratching my head. What do I say to a guy that's not going to tour, that's not going to get online? I mean, you tell me, what else is he going to do?
No, I mean, that really is kind of the answer I wanted, because I want the viewers to realize that the things we've talked about prior to you coming on here today are so important. You have to get out and hit the pavement. You have to get out and do things. You can't just, expect things to happen if you're not putting in the hard work. But the hard work will pay off, and people will see it if you're giving your all, and I think you're dedicated to it. Wouldn't you agree to that?
Oh, absolutely. Hard work will get you pretty much anywhere. I mean, you have to work smart, but also work hard and all that cliche stuff, and it'll get you somewhere, provided you take care of the other things along the way, that you are a good person along the way and follow the old golden rule, that's going to help you out. I mean, basically the battle, 80% of the battle, maybe even 90% of the battle is being a decent person, being a good being the guy that people can hang with. The other 10% is having the skills. If you've got the skills and you're not a really great person and no one wants to be on a tour bus with you, I mean, that's it, you're done. So if you're an online instructor who's decent at the drums, but you have zero personality, well, you're gone. So 90% being a good dude, 10% being able to really come to the table at the drums.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a message, I think, throughout this class. It's like a lot of people that want to make it, or that do make it, are genuinely pretty cool people. And not because they're doing amazing things or they're playing in front of thousands of people, but because when you just sit around and hang out with them, they're just nice, or they'll open a door for you, or they'll say, how's your day? That really has been an undertone of this whole class, and I'm glad that you're saying that, because it's something that we don't need special tools to work on. We all have the ability to be good people. We just have to choose to be positive. We have to choose to be nice to the people around us. And you said the golden rule, do unto others as others will do unto you. And I think that is something that is very important for people to hear. And what's funny is all the guests that we've had, with the exception of Mike and JP and me and Chris, they didn't talk before this class. I didn't really give them a game plan of like, hey, say this. I mean, you're hearing the same things over and over from different people, and they're saying it different ways for their part of the industry, but like, you have to take that seriously, because it really is the undertone of everything that we all do. You don't get anywhere being a crappy person, you just really don't. So it's very important to note that.